Alrighty then, here we go. We have a pretty fun team here to play with. Where is it? I know it's one of these. Oh, here we are. Nobody up here resists Bird. Nobody in the Ubers tier actually resists this guy right here. He's named Ice Cream because he kind of looks like he might be icy, but he's not. He's flying. I think there's a total of what? There's Klefki, Dialga, and maybe Mawile, I guess. But besides that, nobody lives a +1 judgment over here. Calm Mind, just to get a little bit of bulk. Not a lot of physically offensive problems up here. Recover, refresh for longevity, and this is what wins games. But this isn't how you open. You open with Bacon. Bacon here is Choice Scarfed with U-Turn, which is great because I love U-turning into Frogwa. If you don't have a Xatu on your Ubers team, then honestly, I don't know what you're doing. There are so many people up here who just love to put up Dark Voids or Thunder Waves or Spikes or whatever. And Frogwa, nobody understands what this thing does, so I get all kinds of hazards on their side of the field, and there's just nothing they can do about it. And it's so much fun to U-turn back and forth between these two. Dark Pulse and Foul Play make the great mixed attacker with Dark Aura. I don't need any attack investment for a Foul Play to work. It uses their attack. Oblivion Wing just to trade well with things like Mega Kangaskhan, get some health back and defeat them eventually. This guy doesn't have much offensive presence, really. I mean, it puts some there, but really it's just there to be a Choice Scarf Magic Bouncer. Foul Play can work sometimes. Sucker Punch catches all kinds of people by surprise, and I've gotten some pretty nifty KOs with it. Trick is the bread and butter, though. If I can trick something like a Xerneas, so it tries the Geomancy without its Power Herb, and it's just stuck Geomancing forever, that is a good day for Frogwa. But what else can we do here? We have Chili Mango. Chili Mango, the Intimidate Salamance. Switch this thing in something like, I don't know, some physical attacker that doesn't know what they're doing in Ubers, like Mega Scissor maybe. And then I could Dragon Dance up pretty safely, Roost up pretty safely, and I think a +1 return KOs everything. Again, the only things that resist this are a few steel types, and all of them happen to be weak to Earthquake, except maybe Bronzong, but I'm not afraid of a Bronzong at all. I'll probably just Dragon Dance on it. So yeah, when this thing Mega evolves with the Salamence, then we get an ability called Aerialate, which makes Return more powerful and Flying type, and as mentioned before, nobody up here resists Bird. We have Turducken, the bulkiest of bulky multiscalers. In case there are any defensive threats, this is what comes to live them. What's a good offensive attacker? Physical attacker. Okay, let's say Swords Dance, Extreme Speed, Arceus. That thing sets up, I'm in a pickle and a half because I have no priority at Outspeed Extreme Speed and not a lot of stuff likes taking physical hits. So what I do is I pop in, I live with Multiscale, and I Whirlwind it out. And I do the same thing for, say, Xerneas sets up. I pop in, live with a Multiscale, Whirlwind it out. That's what this guy's for. This is my, Turducken is my reset button. Toxic is handy because actually, it's never ever come in handy, but sometimes it does more than Aerial Blast, which is, you know, a move just to pick off dead things. Roost to get back Multiscale, but usually Leftovers is enough to get back Multiscale. This thing doesn't die. It's wonderful. And in the off chance it does, this is always my first sacrifice. If I don't need a reset button, this thing will go. It's a good status absorber too, in case Frogwa is too risky to come in. I don't mind this thing going to sleep or being paralyzed or burned or whatever. But yeah, a few things I struggle with here are Kyogre with the Thunder shenanigans. We don't like taking Thunders. We don't like Zekrom Volt switching all over us, and if Xerneas sets up, it's still a problem. So to counter all of those, I have Empanada the Groudon. What this guy does with Desolate Land is neutralizes all water attacks. Being a ground type, I am immune to thunder attacks, so that's good. Being a fire type, I can take ice types pretty good. And again, being a ground type, I'm not afraid of rock. So this is like the thing to take everything that flying is weak to, I guess. Iron Head is there only for Xerneas. It's not there for anything else, but it does enough to do the job, I think. Earthquake is there because Earthquake is much better than any other ground move you get. I'm sorry, Precipice Blades. Stone Edge is there because, I don't know, Rock and Ground are pretty good coverage together. Thunder Punch is there for Kyogre, because what'll happen is I'll switch in on a Kyogre and it can't Water Move me or Thunder Move me, and then I Thunder Punch it because it's weak to electric. It's weak to electric. What'll also happen is I'll be in here and a Kyogre will switch in, but if I can predict it switching in, I can Thunder Punch it before I get out of there, and then it might just die, actually. This thing has a lot of attack. Look at that, 504. This thing is disgusting. This is easily the best option for Uber's players, and I'm including it on an all-bird team. That is how good it is. But I think that there are some folks in the Uber's ladder who are silly enough to Dark Void when I have a Xatu on the team. I'll even switch it in on a Groudon because they usually Stealth Rock. But let's see how it goes. I perceive fun times to be had by all.